Hey guys, welcome to the Tires 37. I'm reviewing this, which is the Marvel Legends series, the Infinity Gauntlet Deluxe Thanos figure. So this is really cool, really blessed. I found this yesterday at Target. Did not expect to see this because usually when the Deluxe figures come out, I never see these in stores. So this is really cool, and it's got a nice clear view of Thanos in box. We have all his accessories. We have the comic book Infinity Gauntlet logo down there, which is what this version of Thanos is based on. And up top, we have the Infinity Stones up here, and I love the little designs that they did on them, like the little lights that kind of make them almost shine there like they did on the original book. That's very cool. And then over on this side, we have Thanos wielding the gauntlet, again with those shiny like gems, and they're looking really good. And on the back, we have a picture of Thanos seen on his throne, and we have Lady Death. So yeah, let's open this up. Inside the box, you get this really cool cosmic throne-looking display, which you're supposed to kind of use behind your Thanos figure. I mean, you don't really have to if you don't want to. It's just kind of like a nice little thing they included, and I do kind of like this. So here we have classic Thanos out of packaging, and he looks so good. He looks very much like he does in the Infinity Gauntlet storyline. I really like that. And I really like his face here. I like this kind of like expression he has on his face. It looks really good. I like his blue eyes. You can see the purple there, and how they did the lines looks really nicely. He's also got his blue helmet, which looks nice. And what's really cool about the blue is, like, he's not like just one blue. Like, he's dark blue, but he's got light blue shading, just like he does have in the comic books. And I think that's a really cool design choice to make him look, again, more like his comic book counterpart. He has his gloves over here. As you can see, he does come with the Infinity Gauntlet. He comes with two hands for the Infinity Gauntlet, but this is the one he comes out of like when his normal packaging, and then on this hand you can see there, and then I really like that this piece is molded, like it doesn't come up, because I have the Walmart exclusive version of Thanos that came out for Infinity War, and that's a really great figure. It's kind of like a modern day Thanos painted like his classic counterpart, but the big problem I have with that figure, and it was previously Bath, is this piece here will not stay down. It just moves everywhere, but that's not a problem on this new Thanos, and I like that. And I like the way it looks too, very much, again, like how he appears in the original comic, and the shading just looks really good. You can see it here, like with the dark and lighter blue. It just really makes him look nice. He also has those giant yellow boots there, and then here's the back of him, as you can see. Very, very cool. And yeah, and we do get some pretty cool accessories. We get an older style Thanos head, which has this more like kind of like pointy kind of helmet, and as you can see, has that beard with the rubber bands in there, or really maybe not rubber bands, I don't know. It's very kind of weird looking, to be honest. Not my favorite accessory, but I'm glad they did include this. And then we get this, which is the Infinity Gauntlet, and just kind of like a grip hand, and as you can see, it has all the stones there, and it's based on their original kind of like appearance too, not like the MCU one with the Time Stone being on the thumb and the Mind Stone being in the middle. Best accessory we've ever seen before. He actually comes with the snapping hand when he does the snap in the original comics. And here we have Thanos with his snapping hand, as you can see. Man, this just looks so cool. I just love that they include the snapping hand there. That's pretty neat. I like how the stones or gems are painted. I mean, in the movies, they're kind of referred to as the Infinity Stones. In the comics, they're kind of more the Infinity Gems. But they've been called both in both versions, to be honest. And man, that looks so cool. And I definitely think this is Marvel's definitive Thanos. Like, I don't think we're going to get or not Marvel, but Hasbro. I think this is Hasbro's definitive Thanos. Like, I'll be honest, I don't think we're going to see a Thanos figure this good from Hasbro again, or just better than this is a better way to put it, because this one just really stays true to what Thanos used to look like, and they did a very good job of capturing that. I think it is probably most definitely my favorite Thanos action figure ever. And in terms of articulation, you got a 360 at the head. You can look up and down. Nice movement there. It does move freely. I like that. You got 360 the arms. They're a little bit hindered due to this, but you can still move it. And he does swing out the shoulder. You got a 360 there. Single joint elbow that's a little stiff that I believe also rotates. Then you have 360 at the wrist, and it's on a hinge, which is pretty good. And again, the wrists do move fine. The only thing that's a little worrisome to me, and I'll show this off real quick, is this is what it looks like when you're replacing Thanos' hands. I just feel this joint is really small and can break really easy, so just be careful with that. And then here we have Thanos' torso articulation. He's got a 360, he also has an ab crunch, the legs kick forwards, backwards, and outwards a little bit. You got a 360 the thigh, double joint knees, which are nice. I don't think there's anything at the boot. And then the feet go up and down, and I believe they go side to side. So in terms of articulation, pretty good for a figure of this size, to be honest. Here's a comparison with a classic Iron Man figure that came out, I think, in the Iron Man 3 wave. And then here's a comparison with Alex Ross 80th Classic Captain America. And as you can see, I've got that shield accessory hand on there. And looks pretty good together, to be honest, in terms of height and everything. Here's a comparison with first appearance Deadpool. And lastly, here's a comparison with the MCU Bath Thanos. So I think in hype they both look pretty good, and it's just kind of like an interesting kind of like comparison too between them in the movies and the comics. Very, very different. And the Infinity Gauntlet, in my opinion, is more detailed on the MCU version. But this is what I was talking about too, about kind of like how the stones are. Like you'll notice over here, like the Mind Stone's in the center, whereas in the comic books it was the Time Stone. And then you got the Reality Stone on the thumb as opposed to the Time Stone on the thumb. And I will say, I think in the comics, I think it's changed quite a lot. I don't think it's always like a certain amount. Like, I think it kind of changes their order sometimes in the comics. So maybe that's why they changed it in the movies. I always thought that was a little strange, to be honest. But yeah, overall, this Thanos looks awesome. He's great. And he looks just like the comics. Thank you for watching. Please rate, like, and subscribe.